Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Sunday conversation. Make sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys are here, if you're watching, if you're tuning in on X, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching at. Make sure to say what's up, drop something in the chat. This is the Sunday conversation, meant to be conversational video, answering questions that you guys may have in the chat. So make sure to drop those in, and it'll make the video go much smoother, much more conversational. All right? I believe we are now streaming live on Facebook as well. So if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to drop a thumbs up or a follow on the video, whatever you guys are watching at. It's much appreciated. It helps the streams go much smoother. So I appreciate you guys all being here. So today we're going to be talking about personal branding and the key to personal branding and key to digital marketing. And I'm just going to take a step back for a minute before I get into pretty much one key point. I have one major key point today that is really going to round out this whole video of what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm going to save that key point for a little bit later in the video because it has to kind of build up to it. So when I first started digital marketing, making content, it really came down to putting myself out there. And that's what a lot of people have to do, is put yourself out there. You have to get in front of the camera, come up with ideas in order to make videos. And you also have to have a product that you're selling. So if you're just making content just to make content, that's great. You know, you could go very far with that. You don't have to ever worry about people seeing your offer and thinking your offer is not good and not buying, and then you get stressed out about it. If you're just jumping in for the content's sake, that's great. That's a great place to start, because then you're going to get comfortable making videos and you're going to get comfortable talking to people in your videos, and that is ultimately what we want to do to make sales, and that's something that I'm going to touch on later. So when I first got into making the content, making videos, it's a whole learning curve between getting in front of the camera, making video edits like you're watching right now, live streaming so people can have a live video to interact with me on, which is the reason why I do these live streams, right? I want people to be able to watch, ask questions while I'm doing it, as opposed to the traditional comment and, you know, go back and answer the comments. So once you're comfortable with that stage, and if you are if you want to be a content creator to digital market yourself, which should be the goal for everybody. If you are going to make videos of yourself and putting yourself out there, there should be a digital marketing aspect to it where you guys want to put something in front of the audience, and then you want to get them to either buy that off you, or you want to transition them to a different, you know, maybe they go to a Patreon and they subscribe to you where they can get behind the scenes videos of those clips, or maybe you have a community that you guys teach different things, whatever it might be. So, that's a good point there to kind of stop and hit on. If you guys want to learn more about digital marketing and you want to get the behind the scenes of how I do these videos and how to digital market yourself, the reason I do digital marketing is for the Taylor's Code. So we come onto these live streams, we teach people different things, different skills in order for them to work from their computer at home or wherever they are in the world to make more money. And that is the goal of what we do. So by me coming on here and digital marketing myself, I want you guys to join the Taylor's Code. I want you guys to get involved. I want you to ask questions. I want you to join the community so that you can learn from like-minded individuals who have done these amazing things in online business and in Shopify and crypto, whatever you're interested in. There's somebody that has done that, and that's somebody that can help you. So that is like a reason to digital market this video, right? This Sunday conversation. So if you are somebody who's starting out in digital marketing, you have to find a way to put an offer out there. There has to be some sort of offer attached to your digital marketing. And the people that are really good at digital marketing have an offer that doesn't even seem like an offer, right? You might watch a video and then you're like, oh wait, so this person's doing this, and then you go to their website or whatever they're doing, and then boom, you could buy it, you could see it, like you could get it, whatever it is, right? If it's a product, they're gonna make the digital marketing look like it's not an ad, right? You see that a lot on TikTok. A lot of affiliate marketers go on there and they say, oh, this product's amazing, it gave me this benefit and this benefit, and then you go on to, you can see the video at the bottom, it says buy this item. So that's a form of digital marketing, is just telling a story about the product or the service that you're selling. And so if you're trying to get, I see this a lot too on Instagram, with people trying to get Shopify customers, build them a website or whatever it might be. They might say, "Oh, I made $10,000 this weekend. I want you to make $10,000 by this method that I have." These are forms of digital marketing, and this is a way to get people to interact with you. And like I was saying before, I have one key point in terms of digital marketing and personal branding that we'll touch on. It's getting people to reach out to you. It's getting people to see your product. It's getting people to reach out to you and have a demand for your service. That is the number one thing you have to create in order to have the business or the service business, whatever you're trying to do. You have to stir up some sort of demand. And whether that's from a free product that you're launching, maybe just something that they could get a taste of what your real product is, but you could get it out there to them for free, so they see the free product and they see what it can offer them. Then it leads into the benefits that the real product could give them. So digital marketing, in my eyes, is strictly creating demand. That's what you have to do. And it's super hard these days, because when you get on all of these different apps, if you're on X, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, right? It's such a consumer platform. They really want you to just get on there and watch and watch and watch. And that is the difference between a very successful creator and someone who's just scrolling on the app. It's the creator is not sitting there scrolling and actually physically liking and commenting back. They have a whole team that's doing this for them. And they have abilities with Meta ads and the Meta Business Suite to go in and do automatic replies and do all these different things. So in order for them to keep up with the demand that's coming in of messages and people reaching out to them, they need to have an instant messenger replier to keep that demand coming, because you don't want to just have an inbox full of DMs that you can't answer. Those are potential customers to these people. So they want to create all this demand by these viral videos, or maybe they make an ad and they have the ad running out there and it's generating leads for them. And that's something that the Meta Business Suite is really good at, and something that I've been working on myself is that once you're in the Meta Business Suite and you're running an ad, you're running a campaign, and you're trying to get people's attention and stir up demand like we talked about around a service or a product, now once you have this inflow of demand coming in, or maybe it's potential customers, right? They're all not going to actually be willing to fork up the money. That's just the way it goes. So once you have this inflow of demand, that's when you really need to capitalize and take advantage of. It's something that I'm working on, something getting better on. And that's where digital marketing is going, and that's where it's been at. It's the people that create the demand around what they're selling is ultimately the ones who are going to get the sales and the ones who are going to make the money. So some people are better at it than others. Some people, for me, it took a while to kind of understand what you need to do to get online and to start making sales. But in terms of high-level ticket sales, you really need to have that strong demand. And then, of course, it needs to come down to a close aspect. So the personal branding side of it, what I was talking about before, is putting yourself out there, right? Creating a page for whatever platform you're on, right? It could be TikTok, could be Facebook, Instagram, X. Creating that page that it's a landing page when people come on. People know what you're doing. People know what you're selling. People know what you do on the day-to-day. It might not, like I said before, you don't have to sell anything. It could just be around creating the content itself. But when people land on that page, they should know what you do and how you're going to help them if you're, creating a business around it, or how your content itself can help them. So that's the personal branding aspect of it, right? You should know what your brand is via your bio, via your post. And then if you do want to make a business out of it, there has to be some sort of demand. You have to stir up demand. You have to stir up the ideas in the viewer's head of how they could be successful, or how they could view your video and then make money, or whatever it might be. Oh, my light died. Shucks. Still looks good though, right? Looks good. All right, yeah, so that's the intro for right now for personal branding and digital marketing. And well, we could touch on a few more topics in terms of digital marketing. There is a lot of different ways that you'll see digital marketing in today's day and age. You'll see the videos like I said, on Reels, on Facebook Reels. But there's also the digital aspect of Google Ads and those types of things where you could take a landing page like we talked about. Maybe it's on a website. You built it somewhere, and now you have this beautiful landing page where you could actually convert buyers. And Google Ads does a great job because Google Ads gets over like, I think the number's like 1 billion searches in 12 hours or something crazy like that. So somebody's going to end up searching your keywords. And when you have your keywords down, what your product is, what your service is, and you have the correct keywords around that, somebody's going to search what they're looking for and your ad will pop up. So that is a way to go about it if you don't want to do the content creation way. Like I was just talking about, with putting yourself in front of the camera and talking. A lot of people build their brands now just based around the hottest keywords. So a lot of think of the fitness industry, the fitness clothing industry, right? You have Nike, you have, let's say Aloe, you have Lululemon, you have Gymshark, you have all these different kind of brands competing in the same space. And you would think, oh, well, there's already so many big brands out there. Right? There's no way that I could get involved and take market share away from those brands. Well, actually you can, because the way that these brands have made a living is hopping into a niche or into a industry that has so much demand that there's plenty to share. And it comes down to the digital marketing aspect. When you search in workout clothing right now in Google, I guarantee you will see an ad from one of the companies I just mentioned at the very top of the list. I mean, you could think of hundreds of clothing brand companies. I think I'm wearing an Under Armour shirt. Yeah, Under Armour, another one, right? Another workout company clothing brand, right? So there's definitely competition in this niche, but it's also areas where you could differentiate yourself in terms of digital marketing. Maybe you take really nice pictures, or you have a campaign video that you want to put out there. You have 10 different ads that you're going to run. And maybe it really it resonates with people and they really like the product because of that. So these are the types of things you got to start thinking about when you're going to start digital marketing your products and your services, all right? Any questions so far? See, we got some live viewers coming in from X. So digital marketing with Google Ads is the way to do it without putting video. I mean, you still could put your videos together and put them on Google, but that's not really what it's meant for. There's a few different options when you're doing Google Ads. There's image ads. So when, say you're on a website and there's a little image on the side, those are image ads. There's also video ads inside of YouTube. So if you are watching a long form content video and you don't have premium YouTube, and you just go on those little 30-second to a minute, some people even put like 10-minute ads there, and the people that are watching those ads don't even realize it, but they're watching ads most of the time, because if you just leave the TV running and YouTube's on, you're going to get one of those 10-minute ads eventually coming up. So people will use Google Ads in different ways, and they even have ways now where you could put them on YouTube Shorts, but the traditional way is the Google search engine and coming straight up in your search feed. So even if you do want to make the content, Google Ads is a great way for that. And another one is actually by location now. So say maybe you're a mom and pop shop and you want to do some digital marketing, and you don't want to do the whole keyword route, because that really doesn't make sense. Someone in California isn't going to come to your local bakery and buy your muffins and croissants from all the way in California if you're in New York, right? So they would do local advertising on Google Maps. So now if you have a Google business setup, you can run ads through that, get local customers and push those ads out to them when they search in Google Maps. So guys, there's so much to learn about digital marketing, and digital marketing yourself is the most important thing to learn first before you go to digital market a product, which I did it the wrong way. I learned to digital market products first and not myself. I wish I did it the other way around, because then it just would have made the product marketing so much easier than it is to market yourself. So anybody looking to get into digital marketing, start with yourself. There's no better, you know yourself better than anybody else. You sit down, create your page, upload your pictures, think of video ideas, think about what you can offer people that they will pay you. And like I said, once you start creating that demand, Now you have people coming to you wanting your expertise, wanting your resources, whatever it might be, your time even, right? So that is the way to do it. Create a personal brand for yourself of what you can offer people and why they should come work with you, work for you, work with you, whatever it might be. That is the absolute best way to do it. Okay? So how would I start doing this if I had to start over and do this from today? Well, there's two different routes I would go. Two different types of social media platforms. In today's day and age, Instagram and Facebook are still king, but X is right up there in terms of the scale you could go to. So you could write text-based ads on X, and millions of people can see that. Now, I wouldn't say that X is great at converting because you can't exactly show as much as you can of your personality in Instagram and Facebook because they just have so many other features and so many other things they could do. You could really see someone's personality in terms of Instagram and Facebook, and that's why I still think it's key. But these two platforms are all you need in today's day and age to create a personal brand for yourself. Take good pictures of yourself, take good videos of yourself, and then in those videos, just what you're doing that day. How are you bettering your life? How are you bettering your business that day? Upload those things. People love seeing those things and love watching those things. And I think it's a great way to get started, no matter how big or small. The thing is building a community at all. I've been seeing these things. It's like people with 10,000 followers as opposed to someone with 150,000 followers who doesn't utilize those followers correctly. Like I said, creating that demand. Somebody who has a loyal base of only 10,000 followers can still stir up the demand to maybe get 1,000 people to reach out to them regarding a new service or a new product launch. But someone who doesn't really know as much of what they're doing with 150,000 followers, might not be able to get that 1,000 just as easily. So it goes both ways. You have to understand who your followers are, which people with very niche skills and make videos of those niches tend to do very well with that because they understand who their followers are. They're following them for a reason. With that being said, is there any digital marketing ideas that you guys had that you want to drop in the chat, and what has worked for you that we could talk about then moving forward? If there is, let me know. One that I think is great right now, and it has always been great, but it's sheer reaching out via DMs. And when you like someone's content and you reach out to them, and if they like you back, they're going to respond. That is just the way the world works. It's always worked like that. If you see someone's profile, they like what they see, they like your content, they'll reach back out to you and say, hey, they'll give you the same thing back that you gave them. So in order to figure out who to reach out to, you have to go on their page. You have to look at them. You have to see their content. And how are people going to follow you? And how are they going to reach out to you if you don't make content? That's the whole part. You have to put videos out there that people could see. I saw this video, and it was like every time you make an Instagram reel or a TikTok video, it's like submitting a ticket to the lottery, because you never know when the right person is going to see that video and hit the retweet or hit the repost button or DM you or post it to their story. It's literally a lottery ticket every single time you post. And when you take that mindset, you want to make the best quality videos every single time, because you never know when those videos are just going to skyrocket and so many people are going to see them. Hundreds of people are going to see them. All right. Digital marketing, it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of people have the aspect of a business, but they don't have the digital advertising expertise or the digital marketing side expertise. But if they did, they would be so much better off in their business, because then maybe it's their acquisition cost, right? Maybe it takes them a while to get sales coming in, and they hire BDRs and they have people coming in. But if they had a good social media presence where the leads came to them I'm sure their life would be a lot easier. And that's how it could be for you. Maybe it's super hard to get customers right now. Maybe it's super hard to get client acquisition. But what you have to do is you have to flip the script on that. Instead of chasing and posting videos and reaching out to people, you have to create the demand, right? That's what we all should be striving to do, is create the demand somehow. And some people are really good at it. You go on Instagram and see a person with 25,000 followers, I guarantee you they're getting customers every day. All right. Speaking of which, let's pull up some of the accounts here. Let's see what's going on. So, what I wanted to talk about inside of the Meta Business Suite is being able to, one, hit the goals that Facebook or Meta is providing to you, post goals, ad goals. As you hit more and more of these goals, it's just programming the Meta platform to push your videos out more. They want you to spend a little bit of money on advertising. They want you to post a couple videos, and they're going to keep growing your account. This is the hack. Once you're in the Meta Business Suite, just do the weekly plan that it's telling you to do. It's not easy. Sometimes it's post 9 reels in 1 week. That's a lot of reels. I get it. I understand. Sometimes it's post 2 ads with at least a $5 budget. That's an easy one. But still, creating an ad campaign is not easy. But I'm telling you, if you do these goals in the weekly plans that the Meta Business Suite lays out for you, you will not regret it. I guarantee. And then it goes to when you want to create that demand for yourself. Now you have a little experience in posting videos on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and now you have a little bit of experience posting ads. So now with that expertise, and this goes to the personal branding, this goes to the digital marketing side of things. All right, exactly what I've been talking about, giving a little backstory to. This is what you're practicing for. This is pretty much practice, right? If you just create a new Instagram account, new Facebook account, and you get on here and you start publishing 10 Facebook posts a week, 10 reels a week, it's practice for when you do find one that pops off that gets 500 views. You get out of that 200 view jail, you get one that goes to 500 views. Then you say, okay, I'm going to use that one as the ad for my business. And then you attach an offer to the end of it. This is how Facebook trains your profile algorithm to reach the right people. All right? So I wonder how many, if you're watching on Facebook right now, drop a follow. I want to see who's watching on Facebook. If anyone, I don't know, but it's the first time I'm streaming on the Facebook. Let's check out the page. I want to see what it looks like. All right. Got myself. Hold on. All right, ladies and gents. Well, that's really all I had to talk about today. If there's no one in the chat, no one's chatting it up there. Any questions? Let me open it up. See how we're looking here. All right, well, if that's all we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget, if you guys want to learn more about online business, if you want to work with me personally, go to my Instagram profile, go to wherever you're watching this at, and shoot me a message. I'll get you guys into the community as soon as possible. If you guys shoot me a message, I'll give you guys, check out the link in my description as well. Wherever you're watching this at, in my profile header, go to the link in the bio. Click that. You'll see the Tailor's Code. We have the community. We have the digital assets page, and we could get you guys into the community ASAP. So just click that link, hit the button, and we'll get you guys in as soon as possible. All right. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any other live viewer questions? Where are we watching from? We're across all platforms now, so wherever these viewers are coming from, I don't know specifically. Doesn't tell me unless you comment. All right. I want to say hopefully YouTube, because YouTube's been not great recently. All right, well, if there's no other questions, no one else in the chat, that's all I got for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, light episode. Wanted to talk more about digital marketing, but can't give away all the sauce is the issue with the digital marketing. There's just too much untapped information that people in the Tailor's Code are going to get, as opposed to people who are just tuning in on YouTube. All right, so no problems, no more questions. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, maybe morning, maybe night. We'll see where the clock takes us. Probably Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. for the Gentleman's Code.